So that tapping sound that was coming from here, I thought it was a lifter. I checked the lifters and all that stuff, and it wasn't the lifters. It ended up being the flywheel, but the flywheel wasn't cracked. So I should have inspected it more, but you know, when you can't hear it running, so how are you supposed to know? Anyways, so the guys that put this together, I'm thinking that's probably why they sold the motor, because they probably thought, you know, they screwed up somewhere. And that wasn't the case. Well, it was the case, but it wasn't the case. It was nothing internally. They just plainly forgot to tighten that flywheel down. So what we went ahead and did is we took the flywheel off and got some better bolts for the flywheel, put a little Loctite on them, and we used the blue Loctite, not the red one, and went ahead and bolted that flywheel up. And then we decided, hey, it's time to do the disc brakes. So we'll show you guys a little bit of what's going on. Mounting brackets for that didn't work, so I'm sending everything back. Portioning valve, all that stuff's taken off. It's driving me crazy. I'm about over all of that, but oh well, that's the price you pay when you want to convert stuff over to modern technology. You're trying to put disc brakes and power brake booster. And then I didn't notice that this damn thing didn't have the bolt right here, so it was kind of spinning. Lucky I didn't mess up the little splines in there, the gear. So my brother caught that, and we went ahead and put a bolt through it, and now it's tight. But just little tedious crap like this that's starting to bug the heck out of me. that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with a completely different brake booster setup and call it good, because when you're penny pinching stuff, man, stuff don't fit like it should. Anywho's, we'll see you guys here in a little bit. So my little helper went inside. We did a lot. This lower quarter panel is wrap. It's done. Getting old. Man, it's looking good. So that's done. We sharpened up the edges of the doors, made sure that there was no imperfections all the way down and around, even the side here, all that. I think I'm gonna have to, oh no, that's paint. Still gonna sand a little bit more up in here. Just want it to be real nice before we paint it. We're gonna go ahead and resand all this, because this got a lot of nasty nibs in the actual paint. You can see it, and I don't like that. It's got a lot of little nibs. Seems like it was that little detail gun when I was spraying it. It was chunky for some reason. But it's alright, because I'm just gonna go ahead and take and sand it all back down. So when we go ahead and spray it, I'm just gonna spray it with the doors open so I could get into the jams real good, and we should be good. I'm gonna try to convince her on the dash. There's a darker blue I got. Well, before we actually jump into it, that's a good thing that all this got some paint on it, which is the color. We're gonna see what it looks like with that darker blue. I'm gonna spray something with it and put it against this and see if it looks good or not. But I'll let you guys decide on that. Well, actually, in all reality, it's gonna be her, so. All right. Well, we're nitpicking, and I'm getting a little tired. This one arm stuff ain't working. Anyways, I took that. Where the heck is it? This piece right here, that's off. Sanded there. That was driving me crazy, because I really want to make sure when I paint it that the whole body of the car is painted, not just you know, leave crap on there. So, oh yeah, sanded that already. And there's a bunch of little imperfections. All that stuff is done except for that little piece there, there. Let's see. Bunch of little spots on the door. The bottom of the rocker right there. But good thing I'm finding them right now instead of later. Alright, so she's home and trying to finish this up. That quarter panel sure looks real good. Check that out. That door looks like it needs to come down a little bit, just a little bit, but it's getting there. Trying to finish up all this. Trying to make sure that she's gonna get ready for some paint. Been doing a lot of nitpicking, little spots here and there. But other than that, let's keep going. All right, got a real thin layer of filler on this. Gonna sand this all down. Just make sure that I get it all completely knocked out, because I don't want to just go ahead and slam some primer on it and have to go back and keep fixing stuff. So now we're gonna go ahead and block this out and just make sure it's all dolled up before I land the filler primer. And that way I can just go ahead and take and primer the whole dang car and get it ready for paint. I already knocked out everything up there, so it's getting there, guys. Yeah. We'll see you in a bit. All right, so we had a little few imperfections on the roof, and we got to fixing them. A few little spots here and there, but we're gonna knock those out and sand them all down. They're real minor imperfections, but I mixed up way too much body filler and I said, screw it. It's gonna sand off anyways. Anywho's, we'll be right back. And yes, yeah, I don't know how to do all that crap, but whatever. I try to be like snap your fingers and hey, it's there. Yeah, that don't work. Anywho's, if you know how to do body work, that does not work. You don't just snap your, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm just being a smart rear. Anywho's, so got some primer on the hood and the roof. There was a few other little spots that I was messing off with here. There was one right here, so I didn't go ahead and primer the whole section because I just needed to do spot repair. But now I'm gonna go ahead and finish wet sanding the whole car. That way it'll all be done and get it ready to wrap some paint on it. But man, what a difference. Look at that. I got a freaking hood. I am really starting to get really excited about it. just that nitpicking, the nitpicking part is what takes a lot of time, because I don't want to paint it. And I'm pretty sure I said it all kinds of times already, like, man, I don't want to paint it and forgot that, you know, a little spot or something, then I'm gonna kick myself for not taking the time to do it and blah blah blah. But anywho's, guys, pretty sure this is a long old video. I don't know how the other YouTubers do it, you know, like they wrap another video one after another, but that's not me. It's not like I have all the freaking time to do stuff like this. But sorry guys, it's taking so long, but this kind of stuff don't just happen overnight. And I mean, heck, if you were to get into this kind of stuff, you would know what I'm talking about. It's not just a day project, especially when you get something like this. Good grief. But anywho's, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, because it's probably gonna be, you know, a week or 2 weeks out before I do another video. Just kidding, I don't know how long it's gonna be, to be honest. Hopefully by the next time you guys see another video, this thing will be wrapped up in paint. But on the next video, obviously I'm gonna, you know, put all the like the day-to-day stuff that I do to it when I have the time to, because right now I'm kind of working, so working and then finding the time to do stuff like this to this, then having my kids help me with this, because there's certain things I need help with, and blah blah blah. So anywho's, hey, thank you, stay tuned. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you're watching this video, I don't know, give it a thumbs up, whatever you want to do, I don't care. And subscribe, I guess. Bye. All right, so now we are wet sanding. That quarter panel sure is looking real pretty though. That's gonna be beautiful. What I'm doing is I'm going ahead and wet sanding with 320. Cuts a lot faster. I could still you know, primer over 320 if I need to go back over and fix some little spots. That's why I'm doing all this right now. If I need to fix anything, I can go ahead and take care of that right now before it's too late. At the end of the day, it's gonna be, you know, once it's painted, I'll be the one noticing any little flaws if I left any flaws out, and I don't want to do that. I just, it's not gonna be a show car, but like one of my friends says, it won't be a show car, but you could park it next to any show car. And that's what I'm going after right now, is making sure that we get this all dolled up. This is basically the final block before paint. So if there's something that, you know, I left out, it's gonna show. But I've started on the whole thing here. And I'm sure, I hope not. I hope, you know, by the time I wet sand it, there's not gonna be little black spottings where there would be a dent. And if there is, no big deal, we fix it right now. That's the whole process of doing this stuff. We're not perfect. I mean, sometimes, I mean, we'll sit there and do so much body work and think we're done, but it's not always the case. Sometimes you always find little things here and there, and it's better to take care of it right now. So right now I got a few blocks that I use. This one here, this one. I used this Durablock here too. I use a whole bunch of blocks, but when it comes down to wet sanding, this is basically all I need to block all this stuff out and make sure that we didn't leave anything out. I don't know if I started on the hood too, so I'm getting a little crazy, but as you can see right here, I'm gonna have to put a little bit of glazing putty on that, but I rather do the little spots that are visible. That way I could just knock them down and then you know, primer those little areas, and it's not gonna hurt to go over the car one more time. But the final grit that I'm gonna use, more than likely I'm gonna use 400 to 600. That way when I spray my sealer on there and then my base coat, it's gonna be nice, and I don't have to worry about scratch marks. See here, we have another little spot right there, right back there, and like I said, a few little spots there. Haven't got to this spot yet, haven't done the front, but I'll show you guys that it's all guide coated. I've completely guide coated the heck out of it, but yeah, it's getting there. It's looking really good, but I don't know, like, I don't know whoever watches these videos. It's, you know, at first I was doing instruction videos and all that crap, but I mean, I can show you guys. Just all you guys got to do is drop a comment, you know, just be like, hey man, show us a little bit of how that works or whatever. So basically, round block, I like to use it for contour pieces like this. So when I'm sanding, obviously you want to use a good amount of pressure, but see how this, there's a contour, look, right here, it's pretty much flat. But then you start coming down here and it'll teeter a little bit. You see how it rocks back and forth a little bit? You don't want to massage it, but you want to keep it as flat as possible. Work that in there. Work it, work it, work it. You don't want to just do this. By doing this, you're just going to dig into the primer, whatever the heck you're doing. So you want to go in this kind of a motion, this motion. But yeah, that's that. And for flat surfaces, obviously you want to make sure you use a longer block. The small block, I like to make sure I get in, like, instead of using your hand, I use that small hard block so I could get to any other little spots, but I don't just focus on that area. You want to make sure you go completely alongside the whole thing of it. But I'm gonna try to focus on this, guys, so give me a little bit. I'll be right back with you guys. Starting to get a little dark, so kind of give you guys a rundown of what the heck I'm doing next. So I got it all jacked up, and I'm gonna focus on the bottom portion of the car now. Everything is looking really good, so I'm just gonna make sure I tidy up, you know, just fine tune the lower section, make sure I didn't forget nothing. Another thing is all the inside, the inside of the fender wells, I want to paint them black. The frame, so all underneath the car is painted except for this portion because of so much body work and everything. I've got overspray and crap on this side of the frame, so I'm gonna have to pressure wash everything underneath again and go ahead and spray everything from the bottom. Everything I want done black is gonna have to be done, and that way when I go to paint the whole car, all I gotta do is back mask the fender wells over by the frame, that fender well and stuff like that, just to keep it from getting any more overspray on the stuff I just painted black. And that way it's gonna look real pretty. It's gonna look nice. And that damn door keeps throwing me off because I don't have the bump stop on it, so it keeps looking like it's way in there, but in all reality, there it is. And I was thinking, oh man, the door has got to be door's got to come down. No, it's just because if you see on this, you push it in, it goes all the way in because there's no bump stop. That's where it needs to be. But anywho's, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'll keep recording as I go on this. Hope you guys are liking my crappy content. But toodaloo. Till next time. Be safe. Stay positive. I'm out.